Hey folks, today I'm going to show you the pillar of autumn which I've been working on with my friends for about a couple months now, on and off. Unfortunately the realm is running out, so I figured I would document it before. It's lost, hopefully not forever, but yeah, let's get into it. So behind me, you have the pillar of autumn. It's going to be a little framey because you have to render like very far. We'll see. But yeah, as you can see, it's pretty detailed, and I'll put on my shader in a second to show you how it looks. Let's see. Yeah, the shader is very, very laggy and very framey, and I could imagine it's going to be quite unpleasant to look at. So I'll try to not move very much to conserve my frames for you guys. We'll see. Once it loads. I don't know why it always shows this kind of like weird face. That's kind of hard to see, but anyway, finished loading finally. And it looks amazing, but it's very, very laggy. As you can see, we're getting about 12 frames here. 12, 13 frames. So I'll go in first person so you can see better. But yeah, the water just looks amazing, but unfortunately I cannot play like this. The water and lights are amazing. I do like the way the grass looks a lot more textured. So that's a great shader. I would recommend BSL V2 if you can run it. I can't really run it. I'll use it for thumbnails or whatever. But yeah, the ship is so big you can't even render the other side of it, even with max rendering. So right now we'll go to max rendering, which is 48 chunks, I believe. And it's still loading in. Obviously, it's going to take a while now. But even if I optifine and zoom, I cannot load all of it. I'll fly to the very end and back, and I still think it's not going to be loaded in. Yeah, it does look amazing from the side. It looks absolutely gargantuan. And unfortunately, we didn't really pick the greatest spot to build it. We do have a fleet of UNSC and Covenant vessels here. And yeah, it's definitely still under construction. Here's a lava cast I built. This world's such a chaotic mess, but it's pretty cool. This was a planned bunker I was gonna build. Never got around to it. We have about 3 days left until the realm runs out, so it's unfortunate. And here's the inside. It looks awesome, but it's absolutely huge. This is with max render distance. Oh, and as you can see, my night vision's running out, so it's gonna be extra dark. Alright, well, I kind of like that aesthetic. It's kind of foggy, but yeah. So I'm gonna do more on the outside. So we realized we couldn't quite finish it in time because we still had to make a lot of stuff, get a lot of stuff done. I know this is really painful to watch, so I'm gonna switch the texture back off, or shader, sorry. The recording's probably gonna get a bit choppy here, so that's gonna be fun. Might have to cut all of this. I'm getting 0 frames because it's alright. There we go. Anyway, so yeah, we were still gonna have to finish from here all the way over there. Obviously, I had an auto clicker. We had to plate so much more stuff, then detail the inside. We just simply couldn't finish it in like a week. And here, I'll maybe splash night vision real quick. Anyway, so here we have the inside, and we were gonna illuminate all of this, but there just isn't enough time to do all of that. Anyway, let's get into it. This is roughly 2/3 of the ship too, and it's like more than 48 chunks long, which is nuts. Might be able to get all of the ship. No, I can't actually. Not even halfway, probably. But yeah, that's pretty crazy. And to go with the vibe of ship and construction, we did build some cranes. One on the outside here, putting a giant piece of metal onto the ship. And yeah, we never even got to this part down here, which is going to be like an exterior kind of plating. Maybe add a little area, but we did do a lot of detail inside, which I like. And yeah, this is the last thing I built. It's kind of like a sport beam, and also added the under construction vibe with another crane putting a piece on to this beam that would run through the entire ship as kind of like a core. But we never got that finished, unfortunately. Here's a bathroom. It's kind of unconnected. We need to connect all this with hallways and stuff and have them everywhere. If you've ever played the Halo 1 levels, Pillar of Autumn, you know the winding maze that it is. So, unfortunately, we do not have those winding mazes that are enclosed, dark, and yeah. It'd be really awesome to build that, but unfortunately, we just have no time. Might extend it one day, but not right now. Anyway, yeah. Moving on from the bathroom, we have this nice bridge across where you can have a view of the entire ship. And here would be like a view station where maybe there are some control panels and crew, like viewing outside, and there's some cannons right here you can't quite see, but they're exterior cannons that face forward, and this window would be, I guess, just to see the destruction that you're causing. Anyway, let's move on. This is the hangar. This is the most finished we got. Spent a couple days doing this. Just solid, just grinding everything out, because this is very tricky to build. And considering we had to light all of it. And this is with the night vision potion. Without it, it's still like, there's still some dark spots and stuff. As you can see right here, there's dark spots. But just to feel like it would ruin the vibe if I put sea lanterns everywhere. Anyway, moving on from the sea lanterns, we have the actual hangar. I'm going to start at the bottom, actually. So this is, I guess, where the ships would come out. I used water because, well, it looks really good with the shader on it, at least. It looks kind of like a portal, or like some sort of barrier between the space and the inside the hangar. And I was not going to do like glass or anything. I didn't want it to be a solid wall either. And this is where probably small ships would fly out. Obviously, this would be a lot thinner if it was not Minecraft blocks, but unfortunately we have to make do. And this is a Falcon. That's a Pelican. And this is supposed to be under construction still. This is where something else would be, probably realistically just like not actually a helipad and just kind of a landing space probably. This is very cramped and not really well planned out by me. Yeah, but it is all connected at least with platforms so that you don't have those inaccessible paths like over there. Anyways, got a platform right here. So, man, I'm getting a bit framey. Sorry, folks, I don't know what that's all about. And this is where the land vehicles would be. So this is probably scorpions, warthogs, mongooses would be on this for repair, and then once they're done, or just storage, they can go down here and drive around. We don't have any of this infrastructure set up though. And this is where the Mac gun would be. Unfortunately, we were gonna try to have some sort of actual working Mac gun. It is a working Mac gun right now. If I fire that, you can hear that in the background. It's just fireworks, 4 fireworks shoot at once, but I mean, that's about best as we could do, because there isn't really a projectile in the game besides modding, which you cannot mod a realm, besides very basic ones, unfortunately. So, we had to make do. But it is a full-length barrel. We did originally have dispensers here, but nothing could make it to the end, so, yeah. Yeah, when I first constructed it, I had like actual shells that were supposed to come down, pistons right here, that would push a giant Mac gun round into the barrel, but that never ended up working out. Anyway, this is kind of like a maintenance area. So this is a hallway, as you can see. It's pretty weird cannons, I guess. I don't know if this is supposed to be put some signs here that's emergency manual operation only, because most of the time Cortana's going to be controlling these cannons, and there's not much like physical things you can actually do with them in Minecraft. But anyway, I'm getting very framey again. That's fun. These are from elevators. Unfortunately, we weren't gonna make a massive piston mechanical elevator because that would not be aesthetically pleasing at all to the ship. A giant like floating loud thing that I don't think that would really fit with the futuristic vibe. But anyway, we've got some more corridors. This is what I would like to see all over this ship. And yeah, this is just more maintenance areas, which most of the ship actually is. Oh, at least in the level Pillar of Autumn. I'm sorry for the frames. This is really painful. It's usually roughly about 90 frames for me. Right now we're getting about 20. Anyway, moving on. We're gonna go to the bridge this time. So yeah, once you're here, I guess the personnel would walk over here. And don't mind this room. This is not part of the build. We had some little lag machines. I'll show you that at the end. But anyway, this is the bridge. Wish I could get a better door. Release a different texture pack. Anyway, this is like the terminals, as you can see. It's not a spacious bridge like it is in the actual level. Oh. And yeah, so as you can see, it's probably not to scale at all, but it's pretty huge. Especially for a Minecraft build, it's really hard getting those small details in. And there's not that much actual like lore and canon that exists for the Pillar of Autumn. But this fires the, as you can see, come on, Archer missile pods. Hey, there you go. Which is a really cool thing that I actually got to work, which took a long time, because redstone. There we go. It's cool having about like 50 dispensers firing fireballs at once. Anyway, yeah, that about does it for the interior. We'll cover a little bit of the exterior, but there's not a ton. Anyways, like I already said, there's a crane right here, putting in this massive piece. This is where the Archer missiles actually are. Another cannon right here. And yeah, you can fire a lot of missiles. And I really like that volley kind of design. And one thing I did build right here, if I recall, no, it's up here. That's a little Easter egg kind of thing. Got a little party room right here, and I built a lag machine, but probably don't want to turn that on. Oh shoot, this is so laggy. Anyways, let's have a little frame torture test, cause I'm gonna get some terrible frames here in a second. Yeah, here we go. Build a little repeater. Okay, launches once. Boom. Alrighty, now, let's see my frames drop. In a little bit. It's dropped already twice. Oh, my computer hates this, I can tell. And all the particle effects are not helping. Can't even render most of them in. Wow, my frames are actually doing fine. They've dropped only 3 frames per second. And then we're out of arrows. Alrighty. Well, that's a lot of arrows. Let's see the initial frame drop and the sound when I walk over this. Ooh. Didn't actually drop much, considering. We almost got a bullseye there, but they didn't actually go very high. So yeah, that does it for the video of Pillar of Autumn. This was a pretty long build. We had about 3 members. We only had 3 members total. I'm basically the most active one. And yeah, if you'd like to see more and see us extend and finish this build, maybe let us know in the comments, or yeah, just shout out. So that does it for the video. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe.